It's absolutely vital that we have independence. It's also extremely urgent now because several majorities of nationalist MPs have been squandered, basically, since 2015. So the nationalist government, once it started to achieve majorities at Westminster and also at Holyrood, are basically, that's de facto independence in any territory. They have the power then to assert sovereignty. And we know that the Scottish people are sovereign. So they've not been doing that. I'm a student of post-colonial theory, and it tells us this, the template is there. Where you have a dominant national party, it reaches a cooperation with the administrative or colonial power. That accommodation means it delays independence. It leads the people up blind alleys. It feathers its nests. It builds up its pensions. It promotes all its friends to important positions. It then attacks the real independence movement. So this template's all there. And also in that template is the creation of new independence parties more serious on delivering the sovereignty to the people. So the other thing here, the reason why it's so urgent is not just that the SNP have squandered all these majorities they've been given. It's because the nation in colonialism is perishable. And what that means is that as time goes by, the nation itself will no longer really exist in any serious sense. And that's also due to, in partly demographics, but it's also ongoing cultural change here. And you know my views about Scots language and other aspects which are what give people their identity and what gives us our national consciousness. And the base of the independence movements is the indigenous native, if you like. It's not the people from other countries that come here seeking a better life for themselves and quite often entering into the better positions in their employment and so on as well. So the nature of what we're facing here is quite clear. The other aspect here is I don't think the British state would be keen on independence, however it's determined, whether it's a ratified Section 30 referendum, whether it's a plebiscite, whether it's a UN decolonisation. The UK state, the British state, will oppose everything. And they will completely change the hurdles, as we've seen with the majority of SNP MPs. The majority of nationalist MPs was always the mechanism to end the Treaty of Union alliance. But that's subsequently, that narrative has changed with this view that a referendum is required. And we know as a matter of law that a referendum is not a requirement for independence. We're dealing with an entity that's always going to be dealing in bad faith. Even when majorities come for independence, whether it's through referendum, plebiscite, decolonisation, this organisation we're dealing with is always going to be dealing with us in bad faith.